Welcome back, Administrator.
Yo, JP Nation! How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. It's your boy Maxim as usual, back with another video. And today's subject is a little bit different because we have sad news for all the Marvel fans out there, and they were like looking forward to this game. I was personally looking forward to this game as well, to be honest. Like when it was launched 2 years ago, I was so hyped out, but end up kind of disappointed, and I don't know how you guys feel about it. But this game is shutting down, and we're going to be discussing that in today's video. Marvel Future Revolution's end of service notice. This is something that been out for about, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago, but I wasn't uploading 4 weeks ago, so I didn't like pay it any attention. But I wanted to discuss it with you guys. This is the problem with mobile games, that they want you to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but they expect you to stay loyal in the game without sort of like being updated all the time, or the glitches gonna fix, and because the main problem with Marvel Future Revolutions, according to its players, was this low updates all the time, the lack of like consistency of like bug fixes, and also like balancing out characters and so on, kind of put an end to this game, which is very, very sad, like honestly, especially for the loyal players of it as well, because Marvel Future Revolution was a beautiful game and has fantastic looking abilities and also environment, but there were like so little substance to it. That's the issue. Like I did grind it daily for like a month or so, and then I sort of like took a step back, and I was like what's the reason why I'm doing this? Because I couldn't find a good answer. It's just like it demanded such an intense grind from the very start, and then if you're not spending money, you're basically gonna fall behind anyway. So it required you to spend so much money in order to like to keep up, and you have to grind nevertheless, but you're not going to be getting what other people that's spending even more than you. So what's the point? And also like they literally asked for such a great amount of money from the very start, so you understand like how pay to win is it entirely, because mobile games right now are like kind of like turning into sort of like casinos where you go in and spend a ridiculous amount of money without any return, like essentially, because the cost of items in the shop were literally double of how things would cost in a normal game. So it's sort of like, I don't know, very frustrating. I don't know if you guys that been playing the game as well had the same feeling about it as well. That's the thing with mobile games right now, is that you need to be consistent, and if you don't, you're basically going to lose a lot of players, sadly. Similar to My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero, a lot of people left the moment that the developers didn't show any intention or care for the game. If you don't care for your game, how do you expect other people to care and play it? Because like if there is no updates and there is nothing from players that spend a ridiculous amount of money on the game, then they're gonna move on to the next big thing. There is the market is saturated to oblivion with different games and stuff that goes out each month. So why not just like keep it consistent and so on, and then you're going to be building up a loyal fan base? Because if you have the licensing for Marvel or whatever, or you have an anime like, I don't know, like Jujutsu Kaisen, or you have My Hero Academia, or you have like the licensing itself won't keep the game sort of like afloat, and it's not enough to like to get enough sort of like a loyal player base, which is very, very, very sad. And I feel like the initial plan from this game was essentially for this game to take over Marvel Future Fight. They wanted to switch because the graphics were better, the skills were better and stuff like that. So they wanted like to get the same players that played Marvel Future Fights into this game and see what they what they think of it. But yeah, it took them so long to sort of like show care and also like keep the players with the patches and stuff like that. I feel like the game wasn't really ready to be launched. Even though that the game was launching like 2 years ago, I felt like, I don't know, it wasn't finished like entirely because the bugs, the lags, it wasn't stable on some mobile, even on BlueStacks it didn't run smoothly until BlueStacks 5 like came out as well. So I don't know, they sort of fell behind. So I don't know. Unfortunately, the game is shutting down. I think the final date is going to be August 25th. Which is the same anniversary that the game launched in. This is how horrible it is, like. but I guess like they're sort of like admitting their mistakes, and they're sort of like shutting down sort of like spending on the game as well. So they removed the spending entirely. You can't spend more money on the game. I think by the end of June or the beginning of June. Yeah, the beginning of June they're going to be spending all sort of like spending and so on. So you have like 3 months to enjoy the game. The game is still going to be on the Apple Store or the what is it called, the Android version, the App Store, is it called that? Yeah, so you get to enjoy it, but you don't get to spend, which is like understandable, because unlike My Hero Academia: The Strongest Hero, they kept the game up, obviously, but they stopped making updates for it. They stopped releasing characters. They just like didn't sort of like officially admit it of the game, or they walked away from the game, which is like very, very sad, because people are still spending on that game. That's the huge difference in between. Let me know what you guys think of this, if you guys been playing it and looking forward to it. Like, honestly, I made so much videos about this game in specifically, and I was a bit skeptical, because Netmarble is kind of greedy when it comes to sort of like pay to win like games and so on. And with this game, they went overboard with how things cost and so on, and also like patch notes sort of like being delayed and so on. So I don't know. I was really sort of like a bit skeptical. I grinded it out for a month, and it just like didn't work out, to be honest with you. And also like it gets really repetitive once you reach like sort of a certain place. It kind of reminds me of Marvel game on PC as well. It's kind of repetitive as well. So I don't know. Maybe they took like a page from their book instead, but they moved on. I feel like maybe they're working on something else. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, if you guys played the game, and if you guys are playing Marvel Future Fights as well. Let me know your thoughts on that as well. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. It would be really appreciated. Join the JP Nation. We're trying to reach that 10k subscribers before the end of the year. It would be really appreciated. A like on this video as well would be amazing. And I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye.